to Thailand and what you need to know. Well, I wish I had a list, and there's such thing as YouTube. When I first went to Thailand, it was a long time ago. I ain't going to tell you how long. Anyway, it's just Freddie, and we're going to do this week is the essential list for going to Thailand, what you need to know. First one is, we're not going to mess about, and we got a bonus one of right further on in the list. We have a real big bonus, what's going to save you an absolute fortune. Explosion. It's really that big. First one is passport. You need to get a photocopy of your passport, which is essential. You can either take it with you or get someone to email it to you. But the thing is, you know, if you're in a difficult situation, it's always good to have a copy of that. Put it in a very safe place, you know, on your, put it wherever your passport is. So, but that's the silly thing. You could lose the passport. So, you know, you just have it somewhere where you know, in the hotel or maybe in your new accommodation, your new house where you've moved to. Or if you're on the move, you could keep it on the telephone, in your records, you know, take a photocopy or something like that. So at least if you did have a problem, you would be able to get a emergency passport. Yes, and also, one little thing, what they don't tell you, you do need a copy of your birth certificate, which would help awfully if you was going to the embassy of your country to get a copy, or getting, you know, an e-passport or passport for emergency purposes. Right, guys, let's not get to vaccinations. You know, there's such a thing as, well, there's little things which you get, which you come from the lake. And then what happens is these little flings flying around the air, mosquitoes give you a bite, especially a female mosquito. And then what happens is you get malaria. Yes, guys, not too nice, is it? Yes, might be in a rush to run down the airport right now, but you won't do that once you find yourself in hospital. But anyway, guys, we're not going to get into all the nasty things. This list is all that to help you, it is. Whew. Right, so driving licence. Well, that's the fun bit, isn't it? So once you've been there 60 days, you can apply for that special driving licence, what you wanted. You know, a monkey can get a licence in Thailand, but you need to be there 60 days, on an O visa. As a tourist, I'm not sure if you can still do it, but if you're going there to live, or if you're going there as a retiree, or somebody just going to live there on a marriage visa, you can still do it after 60 days. Health. Oh, well, it's a big one, isn't it? It's a real big one. It's a can of worms, that is, guys. So, you know, what I would say about this is, you know, if you're just going as a backpacker, or if you're going there to live, you know, obviously you can get health insurance when you're there, but it's really important that you do get health insurance, because there's no bugger there to help you when you do get there. You get ill, you need help. You got that insurance, and that's always a big backup, that is. For, you know, going back home, getting help in the UK, you've got this health insurance, which is the most important thing. Ooh, what next? All right. So it's good to have records of anything which you might have wrong with you, you know, so records from a doctor, a specialist. If you are going to go there to live, or go there as an expat, and you're living your new life as an expat, it's always a great idea to have records of your health situation. So at least you got something there which they can actually look at, and if there's something wrong with you, they can sort it out more promptly. And right, so we're going to medication. All right, so it's all around the medical theme, this, as you can see. Is medication. So it's good to have an idea if you are going to have to buy it when you live in Thailand, living as an expat in Thailand. You will need records of your Medication, obviously you probably tested it out and see if you can get it. They're pretty good in Thailand. Health services, very good there. As a private person and private insurance, it's extraordinary. But, you know, if you've got that record of maybe something you got a health issue with, always have it with you there. And if you get your insurance, it makes it that much faster for you to get your insurance so that at least you'll be covered and you've got a good time ahead of you. No worries, that's the most important thing. All right, guys, so you've got medical history, you've had the pharmacist, and the other thing is all your important documents. So that means in documents which are like tax, anything to do or maybe where you come from regarding tax affairs, because if you're self-employed or had a business, you will still have to pay tax on the year previous for you to coming out to Thailand, or you could even get a tax rebate if you've been working for someone as an employee. Ooh, wow. Oh well, guys, I didn't think there was so much. You know, when I started looking into this and researching it, I didn't realise there's so many things you got to have. All right, so the other one is the bank account. You know, what I'm going to tell you now, guys, you need to pick your ears up and really listen to this. If you can, keep an address in the UK. Even if you're a young guy, you've got mum and dad, that's fine. Keep your doctor where you are. If you're somebody probably my age more, try and keep the doctor where you are. Have an address where you show that where you have been living or stay that you've got an address for. And the other one is diverting your post. You can get it diverted to the address where you live in Thailand. They do it for a year at a time, as long as it shows your address on your card that you pay for. So I don't quite understand why. That's what the post office say, but you know, as long as your card is still registered at your home address, then there will be no problem showing where you live. So it's always good as a backup if you have to rush home for medical reasons. You've still got a doctor. The 3-month rule, it stands that once you leave the UK, as a expat, you cannot get health or any treatment inside the UK for 3 months after you return. That is the rule. Ooh, wow, that's, yeah. I forgot to mention, guys, TRANSFERWISE. So this is one which many people on the tube have actually given, but they are very good. You know, we've used it to transfer money back to Thailand, buying property. You know, I'm not a wealthy guy. I'm just a normal working class guy. Moved to Thailand, so I like the climate, I like the people, like the culture most importantly. And, you know, even with their troubles they have now, it's still, for me, I'd never complain about Thailand. It's a beautiful country, lovely people. So, what we got next? TRANSFERWISE. Yes, you can do that at any time online. And the big one I'm going to give you now, this is a real biggie. What I'm going to give you now is going to save you an absolute fortune. You have to, you can go to DTEC, and instead of making phone calls through, you know, buying cards, or I know most of you do probably through the internet anyway, but if you get a DTEC card with unlimited data, which is about 1,850 baht, something like that, you can get unlimited data for the whole year. So instead of spending like 2 or 3 or 4 or 500 baht a month, you can go through WhatsApp. Yeah, it's a real biggie, that is. And Line, which they use, of course, in Thailand. So if you're contacting your girlfriend in Thailand, no need to use, you know, normal lines. It's all data anyway, really. But the only thing is you're going through it in a shortcut way without having to have these big packages like 50 quid a month for unlimited. If you have unlimited data, it gives you everything. Well, guys, that was DTEC. And the most important thing is on a sadder note, is you do need life insurance if you go to Thailand. You know, if something happens, it's always good to have that cover. Your visa. Okay, your visa will cover you as long as, you know, check it before you go. So if you're at category A or O, or, you know, retirement or marriage, you've got no problems. You can do all the things regarding the 60-day. You can get your going offline a little bit, you can get your driving license. And once you've been there more than, I think it's same as the license. I mean, roughly, you can convert that to a marriage or retirement visa or marriage visa. Anyway, guys, I hope that was all good for you. And don't forget, if you could please give me a big thumbs up. And any of you guys going to Phuket, there's Thai Tan. If you look on her channel, she's a tourist guide down in Phuket there. Good lady. And the other one is just a few people what are YouTubers like myself. I use a lady named called 𝐿𝐿 in Thailand. She's exceptional. She's helped me out when I first started, you know, promotion and stuff like that to get me where I've got to today. That was a while back now. But anyway, guys, she is, I've written all down below. And if you've got any comments, you know, please leave the comments. That's the lifeblood of my line. I like to know what you guys are thinking. Hate me, love me. Give me a subscribe, please. Or just thumbs up. I don't even have a thumbs down. At least give an opinion. Very important to us creators on YouTube. Woo! Guys, yeah. I hope that was all good information for you. Anything I think I've missed, please, you know, put your comments down below. And it's just Freddie, Thailand. Anyway, guys, good to see you all. And I hope you're all keeping well. See you again next week. And next topic, if you've got any particular topics you want us to bring up, please put them in the comments down below. We'll be looking forward to seeing you. Thank you, guys. Just Freddie, Thailand.